So with alternate nostril breathing, it balances both, because you will breathe on one side for about 30 minutes naturally, and then you'll switch over to the other side. And they've done research on this to show that it actually does happen. So alternate nostril breathing helps to bring a balance to both of those sides, so that you're getting blood flow to both hemispheres. You're not just being more dominant on one side versus the other. So we're going to warm up our body, and then do a little bit of breath work, warm up our body, or open up our chest, and then do the alternate nostril breathing, and then continue our practice from there. Okay. At the end of practice, I'm going to invite you to do what's called a visual alternate nostril breathing that I learned at Duke Integrative Health. That is just using your mind's eye. And it's just, for me, a beautiful practice for when you're trying to get to sleep at night. Okay. Any questions about all that? That was a lot to throw out at you, but I think you've heard all that 100 times. All right, let me go ahead and mute you all. Okie doke. All right, so do y'all have your foot rubs ball available too? So have that nearby. And let's just start with that before we even center. So if you have the foot rubs ball and you can use it on your feet, let's get a little bit of movement in the feet and opening of the fascia of the back body. Because remember, when you breathe, you want to use your whole three-dimensionality, the whole front, back, side of your body. I don't know if any of you have practiced picking up the ball with your toes this week. Strengthen the bottom of the foot. Let's try to lift up the toes, lift up the ball with the toes. And then just take a moment to notice side to side. And that adage of the noticing is as important as the movement. So take your time. All right. Yoga practice is not something we want to get over with and just rush through. We want to integrate, right? Spend time noticing. All right. Working that other foot now, massaging that inner arch, upper and lower arch side of the foot. Pick up the toe, pick up the ball with the toes, and notice if one foot feels a little bit more flexible, a little stronger. Get cramps in your feet when you do this? Hopefully not. Do some stretching of the feet in a little bit. And then pick up the ball and let's massage the pectoralis muscle under the collarbone to the side of the breastbone. Notice for that tenderness, you may feel somewhere in that space, which is normal. But also take a second to notice if you feel any sensation pulsating behind you, behind the scapula. And you'll know you've got some tightness in that back body too, and this should help release some of that. Swing the arm, that's on the side that you're massaging. Good. And just welcome yourself to your practice. Go to the other side. Start to breathe in through the nose, and we are going to breathe out through the mouth just for cleansing breaths, all right? And that's just to kind of create that audible sigh, that ha breath, that anti-anxiety breath. Big sigh. All right, let's set that down and rub your hands together. If you have glasses on, pop them off for a second. We're going to do what's called the triple warmer smoothie. This is Jacqueline Fitch, who works with, has been trained by Donna Eden in energy medicine yoga. So we're going to just place our hands gently over our eyes, let the warmth penetrate into the eyes for a moment. Nice calm breathing now, in through the nose and out through the nose, regular, normal, natural breathing. So it gives us a chance to tap into that normal breath cycle. And then start to use the fingers to massage over top of the eyebrows. In through the nose and out through the nose, not changing or regulating the breath, just breathing naturally. Keep massaging from the between the nose over top of the eyebrows. And then take that massage to the temples. When you're actually massaging the temples, you create less of a blood flow to the brain. So this is good for headaches. If you have an engorgement of blood going into the brain, this helps kind of to let a little less blood flow go in there so there's not as much volume. Intracranial pressures, the ICP from my neurotrauma days. All right, rub behind the ear, keep the pinky attached if you can. Keep the eyes closed just to keep inner awareness. Rub behind the ear a few times like you're pushing your hair behind your ears. And then take that massage to the base of the skull, the back of the neck. Start to massage the back of the neck. Lower the chin in the direction of the chest, but don't crunch it all the way down. And then start to take that massage across to the shoulders. Notice if there's any tightness, tension. Think about your week perhaps. So we like to stay in present moment, but just acknowledge maybe what you may have experienced this week. Give yourself grace from that. And then take a nice breath in and just let it go. Give yourself a kind word. It's okay. You're doing the best you can. And then press the fingers into the back body and slide the fingers across. So the fingers are pressing into the back body behind the shoulders. Next time I actually want you to lift your elbows up a little bit to get your fingers down a little bit further. And then press the fingers into the shoulders and slowly lower the elbows down, creating a little traction across the top of the shoulders. And then slowly just let the fingers slide across the top of the shoulders. You may feel some knots and stuff like that. Just try to help massage some of that out. And then shake those hands out. With the fingers. Make some circles with the wrists. Nice. Okay, lower the hands down onto the thighs and come to your mountain pose, assuming the position of beautiful elegance of the spine. So feet are at least hip width distance apart, a little bit ahead of the knees. Bottom is scooted away from the back of the chair so that you're using the strength of the core to keep you lifted. Press your hands into your thighs. Use that to help lengthen your spine. So lift the spine up out of the pelvis, grow tall. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears and then soften them back and down as you draw the shoulder blades and let them slide down your back pocket. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose now. Lift the elbows up. Exhale the shoulders back and down. And again, lift up, back and down. One more time, exaggerated shoulder roll. Lift those shoulders up. And then nice back and down. Good. And now maintain that beautiful elegance. Chin is parallel to the floor and simply take the head over the right shoulder. Turn and see what you can see. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, just allow the head to float over and look over the other side with your exhalation. Let the eyes follow. You know that muscle we worked last week in the back of the skull that manages the eyes. And when you're ready, take another breath in. Exhale, bring the head back to center and lower the chin in the direction of the chest, maintaining that space as if you've got a golden egg under your chin. And pendulum your chin over towards your right shoulder. Allow the weight of the head to create some distance between that left ear and left shoulder. And then reach that left arm out to the side just a bit so you get a nice stretch across the entire space of that left shoulder. Breathe in here as you turn your palm up and walk the arm away from you. Get that nice stretch where we massage the chest where the arm attached. Just feel that nice stretch there. Full breath in, and then bring that hand back to center. Keep your head tilted, please, and let your head rest in your right hand. Let all the weight of your head rest in your hand. And then use the strength of your hand to lift the head back up, taking any pressure out of the neck. Good. And then just kind of bobble it, screw it back on straight. All right, come back to that, assuming that beautiful mountain position. Full breath in here as you exhale, lower the chin in the direction of the chest. and pendulum the chin over in the direction so that that left ear is in line with the left shoulder. Take a nice breath in, and as you exhale, reach the right arm out, reach a little bit further until you feel that stretch down the whole length of the arm. Another breath in, releasing any stress, tension accumulated, and then turn that palm up and walk that arm away from you. Breathing in and breathing out, nice and easy. Nowhere else we need to be, nothing else we need to be doing right now. One more breath in, and then bring that hand back to center. Take your left hand to the left side of your head. Let your head rest in the weight of your hand, and then lift that head up and bobble it back in place. Just do whatever you need to do. Wiggle around, settle back in. All right, and we'll work the spine just a bit more into cat-cow. So the hands are on the thighs. Gonna slide the hands over the knees, chin to the chest, round your back body. Pause here for just a moment as you really take notice of the back body. Invite those shoulder blades to spread across the back body, nice and easy. And then when you feel ready to take a breath in, lengthen your spine back up, open the arms out to the side, and lift your heart space to the sky. Notice how the shoulder blades are leaning in for a kiss toward each other. So let them have that little smooch. Eye gaze lifts up, don't kink the neck back. Just see how this feels in this open heart pose. Now we're gonna move with the breath. That's a higher level yogic move as you move with the breath. So exhale, round into cat. See if you can connect that movement with breath. And when you're ready to breathe in, lengthen your spine back up, open the heart. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, lifting. And the way the nervous system works in the spine, it creates a beautiful balance, this cat-cow. So as you're rounding, you're tapping into your rest, relax, and digest in the lower part of your nervous system and in the neck. And as you lift your heart up, you're tapping into the fight or flight response, that active response through the thoracic spine. So it's this just beautiful balance yoga is. Exhale, rounding. And that's what we're all looking for, a little balance, a little equanimity, lift. And one more time each way, exhale, round. Inhale, lift. And then come back to your normal length of the spine. We're going to come to crescent pose. So, let's see what the shoulders are doing first. So put those fingertips on the shoulders and start to make some circles with the elbows. Who and how are you today? Today's different from yesterday, which will be different from tomorrow. Lift those elbows up, back down and around. Now, if the shoulders are feeling okay, take your arms down by your side and slowly start to reach the arms up overhead. If you have that arc of pain that lasts from here to here, don't push through it. Come more to a goalpost if that feels better for you. But if the arms are willing to go up overhead into a wide V or even upper arms in line with the ears, you decide. So find that sweet spot for yourself and then lower the left hand down. Wherever you are, I'll model different directions. Crescent over towards that left side. Now root down through the right. So if your right buttock lifted up, press it back down and open up between hip and rib. And you may even want to massage those ribs like we did last week with your hand or with the ball. So really open up and bring awareness to that the breath needs to come from the side ribs too. That interstitial tissue, that intercostal space between the ribs. Maybe the arm can lift up overhead. And then turn the torso, wherever you are, turn the torso toward the earth to get that stretch across those back ribs. And now we're moving to the back body. And then come back to center, lift the arm out to a Y. You should be feeling some heat build up in that shoulder. Walk the arm back behind you, crescent again. And now we're really working the front body. So see what we're trying to do with the chest to open up the side, the back, and the front, so we can take a perfect, beautiful breath. And that's enough of that on that arm. So lower that arm down. You should feel some release here and enjoy the release. Rotate the shoulder around and we'll go to the other side. So whether you're at goal post, a Y, or upper arm, lift and lengthen, root down through that left side and crescent over toward the right. Good. Wherever you are, I'll just go in different positions. Massage those side ribs. Let them know you're going to be working those babies in a little bit. Don't be afraid to try to not dig your fingers in between the ribs, but get a little massage, a little pressure in between those ribs. Good. Now turn the torso toward the earth to get a stretch across the back ribs. Hold on to the chair with the right hand if you need to. You can still be at goal post and still get that stretch. Or just reach it out at shoulder height. Lift back up, put the arm out to a Y or a goal post Y, but press the arm back behind you a bit. Now this is the Lucy Lomax. I always think of her. She taught me this. Just walk that arm back behind you. Feel that really nice stretch where the arm connects to the shoulder. And just connect to that breath, that easy breath. And lower the arm down, roll that shoulder out. Feel the release, enjoy the release. Your body's working for you. Okay. Now, when we go to do twist, if you have the osteoporosis, your twist is going to be a very gentle twist. You're going to allow the pelvis to rotate with it so you don't torque the lower spine. So if you need when you're twisting to the left, if your right knee comes ahead of the left knee, that's okay. Try to get the twist in the ribs. All right. So it's just a gentle thoracic twist. All right. If that's where you are, stay there. But if you want to reach the arms up overhead, lengthen the spine first. We're going to take that right hand straight forward. The left is going to come out at 45 degrees back behind you at a diagonal, not straight behind you. And then just a little twist to the right. So it's at a diagonal. So it's kind of like a great big weird Y. And back to center, draw that belly in. Now the left hand's going to come forward. The right's going to go out to that 45-degree angle diagonally and a gentle twist to the right. Let's do that one more time each way. So breathe in, arms up. Exhale, find your twist. The wall's in the way. And then inhale, reach. And exhale, twist the other direction. Good. And hands back to center, palms together, and lower the hands down to the heart and to the thighs. Okay. Now, Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. We should be all warmed up. So we're going to start with some belly breaths, trying to take that. For me, I don't know about you. We talked about this last week, but I don't know for you, but it works for me to think more about expanding the side ribs when I'm trying to take a deeper breath. Because if I try just from the belly, I feel like I get stuck. So you have to decide, play around with it and see what offers you the best, comfortable, balancing ease with effort, because breath work is work to strengthen that diaphragm. So as you're ready, just find your normal breathing pattern like you've been doing all along, in through the nose and out through the nose. Close the eyes. We'll start with the grace breath, G-R-A-C-E, grace breath. And that will tap into your parasympathetic nervous system so you can learn and do this. So all it is as you breathe in, feel the temperature of the air coming into your nostrils. And as you exhale, just let it go, but enjoy and notice the support of the chair holding you. That's all you have to do. Breathe in, feel the temperature of the air, the coolness of the air as it goes into those beautiful nostrils. Let the nostrils do their job. And then as you exhale, just let it go and appreciate and notice the support of the chair. Again, you have nowhere else you need to be right now. Breathe in and breathe out and feel that wonderful support. We're going to take that a little bit deeper. So as you breathe in, feel the air. As you breathe out, exhale. And then when you think you've exhaled everything, try to exhale just a little bit more. Wait for the need to breathe to occur. And then enjoy a nice full rich breath in where the side ribs expand side to side and the belly naturally pooches out. And you exhale, those side ribs contract back in, the belly contracts. So if that, see, just play around with that. Breathe in. Let the side ribs expand as if there's a little string pulling those side ribs out to the side. And as you exhale, letting go. All right, see if you can notice if one side of your nostrils are more open and maybe you're having some dominance on that side right now. So we just tapped into the parasympathetic. So my left side is nice and open because we've been doing some nice breath work. Just know your own natural dominance. And then as we're ready, we're going to do our alternate nostril breathing. So if you're comfortable, it doesn't really matter how you hold your hand, but I'm going to not mirror this. I'm going to take my right hand and place my right thumb on the right side of the soft part of my nose. You can put a couple fingers on your forehead to anchor it, and then toggle back and forth as you open the right nostril, close the left nostril with your ring finger. And just toggle back and forth a couple of times to see if that's comfortable for you. And if you're noticing my one side is completely blocked, heads up, this is not going to work for you today, and just do it as if you're doing it. Do the visual, okay? But if your nostrils are pretty open, continue. So then next time you're ready, we're going to plug off the right, take a breath in through the right. Plug off the left, open the right. Now exhale out the right. Breathe in through the right. Plug the right, open the left. Breathe in through the left. Plug the left, open the right. Breathe in through the right. Plug the right, open the left, breathe out. Breathe in through the left. Plug the left, open the right, breathe out. Breathe in through the right. Plug the right. If you can for a second, let that air come into the third eye, the mind's eye, and then go out the left. So another new stop. Breathe in through the left. Plug the left, keep both plugged. Let that breath swirl around the mind's eye, and then open the right. Breathe out. Last one. Breathe in through the right. And then release the hands and breathe out through both sides. Just notice how you feel. Sense of calm, sense of equanimity. Although some people may feel anxious because breath work is work and it takes practice. So, it's one of those things you spend a little more time practicing. Okay, so that is alternate nostril breathing. That's what Hillary Clinton used after she lost the election. She was featured in, this breath work was featured in Time magazine as helping her sleep, helping her calm her nervous system, helping her just let go and just move forward. So it was pretty cool. It got a big plug there. Okay, let's shake everything out. It should be nice and even right now. Let's find your block, and we're going to place the block in front of our right leg and use your strap here. Sit back a little bit more. All right. So can you lasso your foot? We're going to start with a calf stretch. Lasso the foot and have it around the ball of the foot. Let the pinky toe have some breathing space. Extend the leg as straight as you can go. So you may have to sit forward in your chair even more. And if you're a little bit on the shorter stature, you might want to use both blocks so that your leg's a little bit higher. How many of you grabbed the second block? It is kind of comfortable anyway. All right, so now lengthen your spine. First thing I want you to do is press the heel into the blocks and press the thigh bone down to activate the muscles of the legs. And then gently draw the toes toward the nose to get that stretch. So you're pressing the heel down, you're pressing the thigh bone down, and then you're drawing the toes toward the nose. Another second. Takes your brain 20 to 30 seconds to acknowledge a stretch, not a torture. And then release that little bend to the knee. Nice breath in. As you exhale, again, press the heel down, press the thigh bone down, toes toward the nose. Feel that stretch across the calf. So my podiatrist said you shouldn't stretch with my type of feet. I have flexible flat feet, wear orthotics, have a long history of arthritis in my feet and plantar fasciitis. He said, don't stretch your calves while you're standing on your feet. Do it like this. So you're not putting pressure on the structures of the bottom of the foot, but you're still getting a good stretch for what it's worth. All right, lengthen. And Colleen and I have the same podiatrist. So, all right, now lengthen. We're going to hinge forward. So press the heel down, press the thigh bone down, lengthen the spine and hinge forward, leading with the heart. Roll those shoulders back. Ooh, baby, that's a big stretch. So we just drove back from Chicago over the weekend. So I was sitting in the car a lot. So I am feeling this. Our daughter lives out there. So lift up. We got rid of all her junk. Took it from our garage to hers. Hinge forward again. Press the heel down, press the thigh bone down. Keep the heart lifted. Try not to round into this, all right? So you want to hinge from the hip. One more breath. Do you feel any change there? Breathe into it. Breathe into those places and spaces that are calling you out. Lift back up. Now we're going to take the strap and sweep our leg over to the side and scooch over to that right side a little bit. So now the right leg's hanging on the right side, and take it as far over to the right as you are comfortable with. Good. Lift the left arm up. Lengthen. The foot is on the floor. Sorry, the foot is on the floor. This is gate pose, okay? Okay, yep, on the floor, good. Out to the side or wherever is comfortable for you. So this is gate pose. The left foot's facing forward, the right leg is out to whatever angle works for your hip. Now reach that left arm up overhead. You're still holding on to the strap, and use the strap to help pull you over just a little bit. So you're using that to open up through those side ribs. Keep the heart facing forward. Try not to turn. Keep the heart facing forward. Good. Nice stretch here. One more breath. Beautiful. Lift back up and lower that arm down. Now use the strap to bend that knee. And we're going to see if we can take the foot back behind us into a lunge. All right. Now the strap's just not doing much, but it's kind of on my calf. You can let go if it doesn't add value. All right, so my toes are my top of my foot is on the floor. Let me turn this way so you can see. Now that's going to stretch the ankle across the top of the foot when I said we were going to work the foot a little bit. My right butt cheek is hanging off the chair. I'm holding onto the chair for dear life. She don't want to fall off. Top of the foot's on the chair. On the floor. I'm going to press the top of the foot into the floor. Lengthen the spine, try to slide my knee back a little bit so that the knee is in line with the hip. Thing you don't want to do is arch the back. So don't let that happen. If you need to hinge forward a little bit, hinge forward. All right. All right, so we're in this lunge pose here. Now press the top of the foot into the floor and squeeze that glute. Squeeze your butt muscle. Don't arch your back, but see if you can hinge back just a little bit until you feel a sensation across the top of the thigh. If you have pain in your knee, bring your knee forward, okay? The big stretch across that patellar tendon, that quadricep tendon. Hold on to the chair. All right, release that. Reignite. So press the foot down, squeeze the back glute, lengthen the spine. Don't arch the back at all. Hinge back. Get that stretch. If it's too much on the knee, bring the knee forward. And if it's too much on the top of the foot, curl the toes under. So you got to adjust it to what works for you. Good. And release that. Turn back to center. Give that massage, that leg a little massage. If you had anything going on in the knee, rub the side of the knee. A little circulation, a little heat. And what are we doing here too? We're creating more stimulus to the brain so that if you have some discomfort in your knee, this clogs up the pain highway. So it creates a traffic jam. So pain sensations can't get through as well because it's having to adjust to all the other sensations. Pinch around the kneecap. That's why when you have pain, you rub it just naturally. That's what your body does. Oh, that hurts. You rub it. That's because you're clogging up the brain highway, right? The sensory highway. Pretty cool, huh? Our bodies are so smart. All right, send it over, the blocks over toward the left leg. We're going to do that whole series on this side. So lasso the left foot. Scooch forward in your chair. 1 or 2 blocks. The leg is as straight as you can get it. Press the heel down. Press the thigh bone down. And the straps around the ball of the foot. Roll the shoulders back and then draw the toes towards the nose. Keep pressing the heel down, keep pressing the thigh bone down. Get a nice stretch to start. We're just doing the calf stretch to start, but you might feel something in your hamstring already. Take a breath, release that. And then again, press the heel down, press the thigh bone down, toes drop toward the nose. Spine is tall, shoulders are back. Hop to, hop to. You're in the army now, right? All right, lengthen, keep that going, and then hinge from your hip. So keep the heart lifted, hinge. Feel that stretch go all the way down the belly of the hamstring. That hamstring attaches at your sit bone and on the shin bone. So you should feel a stretch behind the knee. You should feel a stretch in the belly of the hamstring. Lift back up, nice breath in. One more time, lengthen, hinge forward. Hold it a little bit longer. Good. And lift back up. Was one side tighter than the other? Scooch over a little bit as you swing your leg out to that left side. And now your right knee is pointing forward, right out of your hip. Your left leg is out to the left side, wherever is right for you. Get yourself situated. Should be a nice stretch on the inner thigh, toes up towards the nose. If you feel safe to release the right hand, lift it up. Hold on with the left hand and use that to help tip you over toward that left side. So you're open up through those right ribs and that right waistline. Nice. And lift back up, lower the arm down, and then use the strap to help get your foot in position. Now, each knee is going to be very different, right? So we've got I'll turn sideways. The bottom of the foot down on the floor. You may get a cramp here. That's right, I always get a cramp. Just reading that one of the symptoms of Parkinson's is cramp in the feet early on. I'm like, ooh, I get those a lot. All right, press the foot down. My mom has it too, so I'm a little nervous about that. I have to get it checked out one of these days. All right, press the top of the foot down, knee points toward the floor. Don't arch the back. Squeeze the glute, push the foot down, lengthen the spine. As keep squeezing and kind of tuck that tailbone under as you hinge back a little bit until you feel sensation in that quad, that thigh. Keep pressing. Woo, baby. Release. Hinge forward with that release. Let's do that one more time. So re-engage, press the top of the foot down, squeeze the glute, squeeze the butt, tuck the tailbone under a little bit, right? Just by doing that, sometimes you'll get a stretch in the quad, and then lean back a tiny bit. So we don't stretch our quads enough. We strengthen them, but we don't stretch them much. And that creates imbalances, right? All right, release that. Lift the foot back up with the strap. Turn back to center. And feet together and knees apart. Okie doke. All right, you ready to sit, stand, sit, stand, sit, stand, sit, stand? All right, so we do sit, stand, K, that helps build our quads, and that's always your homework to do it. Try to do it as many times mindfully throughout the course of the day. Sitting up and down off the toilet, which for me is about 20 times now. Up and down off the dining room chair, which is many times. Anytime office chair, whatever. Anytime you sit down, mindfully try to get to stand back up. And that's always your homework throughout the course of the week. So if you have knee pain, you can put a block between your thighs to help you remember to engage the thigh. So the feet are behind the knees, squeeze toward the midline, lengthen the spine and hinge forward. You can use the chair to help you get up. You can use your hands on your thighs to help you get up. If you don't need that, you can bring the hands across the chest. So hinge forward, nose over toes, push the feet into the floor, squeeze the block and come to standing. Now, when you sit, shift your weight to the heels of the feet, slowly start to sit down. All right, another way is to sweep the arms forward, shift the weight to the heels of the feet, send down. Some people like to scoop up, shift that weight to the heels, sit down. Now the trick, sit down without a flop. We don't want to compress those vertebrae when you flop. So you want to sit down without a plop. So do 2 more, 3 more, 4 more, however many you can squeeze in. And you want to build that up. And that's why that's a fitness test that some doctors will do. And they'll be so impressed when they see how many you can do. And you'll be so impressed with yourself. All right. Okay, let's all meet in loose coat sleeves. While we're all doing that, we're going to put the chair. Let's see. I want the chair seat facing you on your right side with the blocks on the chair stacked too high. Okay, you see me all right? I think so. And then when you're there, I see twisty turnies, I'll know that we're all there. Good. Okay, very nice. Slow that down, shake it out. Okay, well, let's come to our mountain pose. So feet are connected to the earth. Press the feet into the earth, use that to lengthen your spine, roll the shoulders back, palms up, take a full breath in, reach your arms up overhead, some breath, inhale. Draw that belly in, exhale, lower the arms down. Keep the arms active and engaged. Inhale, squeeze the muscles of the arms, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, lower the arms back down. One more time with the breath, inhale. And exhale. Good. And we're going to turn and face the chair. All right. And forward folding. So we're going to have a nice bend to the knees. Spine stays long, no rounding of the spine. So you have options here. We're going to do first reaching to the chair. Second, your option is to reach to the blocks. Third option is to reach to the seat of the chair. All right, so we'll take it progressively and you decide if you want to do that. Otherwise, just stay wherever is best for you. So mountain pose, tailbone lengthens. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge from the hip crease, soften the knees, bring the hands to the back of the chair. Spine stays long, crown of the head reaches toward the chair. Draw the front body to the back body, stay strong and engaged in that core. Don't let that go, that supports the spine. Come halfway up, so wherever you are, lift halfway up, full breath in here. And then exhale, forward fold again. Good. Can you bring your hands over onto your thighs? Press your hands into your thighs, come all the way to standing. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms together and hands down to the heart. Now we're going to see if we can't take it to the blocks. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, soften the knees, hinge from the hip crease, bring the hands to the blocks. Crown of the head releases toward the blocks. If that's not right for you, keep your hands on the back of the chair. Come halfway up from wherever you are. So inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, bend forward. Good. Bend your knees a lot. Hands come onto the thighs. Press the hands into the thighs. Use that to come to standing. Straighten the knees. Inhale the arms overhead, palms together and hands down to the heart. Last one, your option is to take the hands to the seat of the chair. Keep that belly strong as you reach the arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bow forward. Soften the knees, hinge from the hip, hands reach for the back of the chair, the blocks, or the seat of the chair. Crown of the head releases toward the seat of the chair. Inhale, come halfway up. So maybe the hands come to the blocks. Lengthen, and then exhale, bow forward. Bend the knees a lot. Hands press into the thighs. Lift all the way to standing. Inhale the arms overhead, palms together and down to the heart. Nice. Okay. Now coming to lunge, you can use the back of the chair or the seat of the chair. We did both last week. So I'm going to just flip this chair around real quick and do the first one using the back of the chair. And then we'll see how it feels to go to the seat of the chair if you choose. It's a little bit deeper. Okay. So come to your mountain pose. Now, anyone that has arthritis in their feet, you're going to want to roll the back of the mat so that your heel, or use a blanket so that your heel can rest on and be a little bit lifted. Okay, so you can use a blanket or the rolled up back of the mat, okay, for your lunge. If your feet are fine, don't worry about it. Okay, all right, inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the back of the chair. Inhale, come halfway up. Now the left foot's going to go under the chair, the right foot's going to step back into lunge. Now, if you can stay on the toes or use something to support the heel. Squeeze the back glute and isometrically send that front shin forward. And from the heel to the crown of the head is a diagonal long. You're not backed up into it. You're not flexing the spine. If it works for you, let go with the right hand, reach the right arm up overhead and crescent over toward that left side. Nice stretch on that whole right side body. When you're ready, take a breath in, lift and lengthen, lower the arm down, and step the back foot forward. Good. Go to the other side. Right foot's under the chair, left foot's going to step back. Heels lifted if that works for you. Squeeze the back left glute, send the front shin forward. So you're really strengthening those legs, wide base of support. If you feel safe, reach the left arm up overhead and crescent on over to the right side. Feel that beautiful stretch in your side body. And back to center, lower the arm down and step the back foot forward. Shake it out. Now, if you'd like to try, I'm going to take that lunge a little bit deeper. What we're doing is we're working toward, next week, I'm going to do sun salutation. So we're going to be building up to doing, 3 or 4 in a row, because it's going to be really working your breath, getting your heart rate up, and you're going to try to manage your breathing with a little bit more of the cardio effect of sun salutation. So I want to make sure you're really strong with your lunges. Okay, so you can use the block stacked or side by side, or use the seat of the chair, depending on how deep you want to get into the lunge, because it's going to require you to bend a little bit more with your knees. Okay, so the shins are up against the back of the chair if you've chosen that option. So reach the arms up overhead and then hinge forward, keep the spine long, hinge forward, bend the knees. You'll feel the shins press into the block. Hands come onto the back of the chair. Well, not the back of the chair. You should have kept it. If you're going to use the back of the chair, you should be on that same side. So the hands are coming to the blocks or the seat of the chair. They're going to keep the right foot, no, the left foot under, send the right foot back into lunge. So now you've got this deeper diagonal line from heel to toe, to the crown of the head. You're not going to let go of this one. Just feel this stretch. Squeeze the back glute, send the front shin forward. Good. And then find a way to bring the back foot forward. Hands come on the knees. Press up to standing. Inhale the arms overhead, palms together, and hands down to the heart. Last one. Breathe in, arms reach up. Exhale, bend the knees. Hands come onto the blocks or the seat of the chair. The right shin presses into the front of the chair. The left foot steps back into lunge. Squeeze the back glute, send the front shin forward. Real strong work here. One more breath. And then find a way to bring the back foot forward. Hands come on the thighs, press into the legs to come standing. Another breath in, arms overhead, palms together, and hands down to the heart. Okay, make some big circles with your torso. Other way. Nice. And there's a bunch of stuff I want to do on our backs that feels really good. So a little bit short on the standing, but let's go ahead and move the chair out of the way and get onto our backs. Okay, you'll need, if you like to use a strap for knee to chest, then use your strap. Otherwise, you shouldn't need any other supplies except your mat, your blanket for support, and you. Okay. Okay. Come to your constructive rest. And when you get here, just gently rock your knees side to side. When I see knees moving, I'll know we're all in position. Find your breath. Notice where your body takes a sigh. Good. Okay. All right. First thing we want to do is work the diagonal fascia a little bit. So let's extend the right leg down if that feels okay with your back. Feel any crunching, and reach the left arm to wherever is comfortable for you. So that may be goalpost, maybe up overhead. Where does your arm, where is it willing to rest on the floor? Wherever you are, stretch. So press out through the heel of the right leg and reach long as far as you can without causing pain on your left fingertips all the way toward wherever you're reaching. And imagine that diagonal line going from fingertip to heel, and really stretch and lengthen that space. Eyes are facing forward, nose is pointing up toward the sky. All right, so we're just going to take the out like a half snow angel. So take your right leg out to the right, your left arm out to the left a little bit. So a little bit deeper diagonal, and stretch again from diagonal point from fingertip to toe in that diagonal. And just imagine the inner workings of the body, that beautiful diagonal stretch, creating length across the diagonal of the body. One more breath here. And then bring the arm and leg back to center. Lower the left arm down. Bend the right knee up. Take a pause. Let the spine realign. What do you notice? And then let's go to the other side. So left leg extends, right arm reaches up overhead or to goalpost, wherever you are. Press out through the heel of the left foot, reach the right fingertips up as far as they can go without causing pain in the shoulder. So if it works and you want to reach your arm up toward the ceiling, you can do that if that feels better in your shoulder. Take each out to their own diagonal and just imagine that wonderful diagonal fascial line. You know, they run forward, front, back, side to side, and diagonally. So stretch and reach. Try to stretch and lengthen that diagonal fascia just a little bit further. And then come back to center and lower the arm and bring the leg back to neutral. If you use a strap, put a strap around the back of the thighs. Otherwise, draw the knees in toward the chest, one at a time or both together. And just rock side to side with the knees drawn into the chest for this wind releasing pose. Make some circles with your ankles. One way, take them the other way. Good. All right, extend the right leg down. The left leg stays in towards your chest. And with your left hand underneath the left thigh, bring it over toward the left shoulder. All right. Now that plugs that head of the leg bone in correctly. Flex the left foot firmly like you're standing on something. And then keep the knee kind of hovering over that shoulder. Don't move your thigh bone, but lift the foot up toward the sky for a half lunge pose. This is a reclining lunge pose. If it works for your shoulder, reach your right arm up overhead. So this is a huge stretch. Breath here. If it feels better to be in goal post, stay in goal post, or if it feels better just to reach your fingertips up toward the sky, do that as well. Opposite arm leg movement, just getting different hemispheres to work in different ways. All right. All right, now lower your left sole of your foot and put it on top of your right thigh. We're doing a fallen tree pose now. Lower your arms down. You're just going to take your left leg out to the left side. So the foot's going to stay on the thigh, not on the kneecap, but on the thigh, or if it feels better on the shin, put it on the shin, just not on the joint. And then open that right knee out to the left knee out to the left side. So you imagine you're a fallen tree here. The hip points want to stay pointing toward the ceiling. And then do something fun with your arms. So your arms are the branches of the tree. So crisscross the arms, maybe make some figure eights for a little Celtic weave to balance out your energy fields. Blowing in the wind, clearing all the yucky air, making beautiful space for clear, clean air, saltwater air, if you're in the beach. One more breath here. And then take your hand to the side of that leg, lift the leg up, and do a nice full body stretch. Breath in through the nose, out through an open mouth. One more time. Breath. That tonal anti-anxiety breath. Lower the arms down. And now bring the right knee into the chest. Hold on to the underside of the thigh. I think making circles with my ankles. Any chance I get to make ankle circles, I do it. And then take that right knee in the direction of the right shoulder. Keep pressing out through the heel of that left foot. All right. With your thigh bone drawn in towards your side body, just simply lift the foot up toward the sky for a reclining lunge. And take the left arm to wherever tickles your fancy. Could be overhead, could be straight ahead, could be the goalpost. What's fun for you? What feels good? What does your body innately want to do? Since our body knows how to heal, it knows how to take care of us. So imagine you're standing and this is your lunge pose. Woo, deep pose. All right, go ahead and lower the arm and bring the sole of the right foot on top of the left leg wherever suits you, shin or calf, or shin or thigh. And then open that right knee out to the right side, keeping the foot connected to the leg. So a little bit of pressing the foot into the leg into the foot, just like we do a tree pose, right? Engaging. And then do something fun with your arms, maybe interlace the fingers, press the palms up toward the sky, get a nice stretch across your wrist. Maybe make some circles with your wrist. Stretch the fingers out. Fling the fingers, shake the hands. Now you're a quivering aspen, right? All right, now take your hands to the side of the leg, lift the knee up, and then bring both knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug. Well, now we'll do the Debbie Martin core strengthener, okay? And there's different ways you can do it. So wrap both hands around your left leg. If it would feel better to keep both feet on the floor, please do that. Let me show you what it'll look like first. With the knees into the chest, option 1, you're going to lift the right leg up as far as you can get it. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Engage the core, so draw the belly in. You're going to do one of two things. You're either going to tap the foot, heel, toe, heel, and bring it back in, or you're going to slowly lower the leg down toward the short end of the mat, and then bring the knee back into the chest. And then you're going to hold on to that right leg. So if your feet are down, you're just going to bring your hands over to the right. Heel, toe, heel, tap. Heel, toe, heel, tap. Nice and slow though. Heel, toe, heel, tap. So that's your work. Or both knees into the chest, hold on to the left leg, extend the right leg up, slowly lower the right leg down, or just tap it, heel, toe, heel. And then bring the right knee back in. Now hug the right leg. Extend the left leg up. You're going to heel, toe, heel, or lower the left leg down. And bring the left leg into the chest and switch. All right, that's the movement. Now with the breath. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right leg heel, tap, heel, or lowers down. Inhale, right knee to chest. Exhale, switch arms on the right leg. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left leg heel, toe, heel, or lowers. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, switch. Keep your core engaged. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right leg lowers or does heel, toe, heel. And then switch. One more time each way. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left leg lowers. Breathe in with the left knee to chest. Exhale, switch. Last one. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right leg lowers. Inhale, right knee to chest. And then give yourself a hug, a little massage side to side. Lower the feet down. Okay, let's do a final hip opener. So let's take that right leg, flex the foot, place the ankle on that left knee. Use your breath to open the knee out to the side. All right, just use the muscle energy to press that leg away from you. Feel that stretch in the outer hip. You can stay right here, or you can rock side to side. Notice if you feel some sensation. If you get a little sensation rocking over to the left side, just pause there for a moment. Some of you may like to thread your hands through the opening and reach for the back side of your left thigh and lift the left leg up toward the sky. It doesn't have to be real straight. Draw the knees in toward the chest. Maybe rock again. You get some different sensation if you rock over to that left side. Don't need to go far, just enough to feel sensation. And come back to center. Lower the feet back down, feet together, knees apart. Butterfly those knees open and closed. And we'll go the other way. So right foot's on the floor, left foot flexes. Place the ankle on the knee, keep that foot flexed. Use your muscle energy to press the leg away from you. And then discover what sensation works for you. Keeping the foot down and rocking. Sometimes rocking over to the right.
Lifting the right foot up, holding on to the underside of the right thigh, drawing those knees into the chest. Extending the right leg up if you choose. And going with those ankle circles. Tipping over to the left side, the right side, probably the right side gives you more sensation on that left outer hip. Good. And then release that, uncross the legs. Nice full body stretch or whatever your body needs right now. Breathing in and breathing out. All right. Now, I would like to move you through a guided visual alternate nostril breathing. And I think for me, it helps to keep myself in constructive rest. Taking the feet about as wide as the mat. Pigeon toe the feet in a little bit and then let the knees rest on each other. So I'm taking all the work out of the legs. So this is really going to help those hip flexors to relax. So what this process does is uses your awareness of the breath and imagining the breath moving through the inner landscape of the body as it massages the tissues, as it moves its way up. It comes into the left nostril finally, and then pauses at the mind's eye. It kind of swirls around there, getting rid of anything you don't need, and kind of like an L, it will send out what you don't need and then bring the positive stuff back into the mind's eye and send it down the right side of the body, out the right toe. It then comes back in through the right side, does the same thing, stops at the mind's eye. Imagine there's an L, so it pops out the top of the head, gets rid of what you don't need, brings in the good stuff, and then goes back down, massages the entire left side of the body, and then you go back through that cycle again. Okay, so if you want to try it, give it a try. I'll walk you through it. If not, then just enjoy your own peace and quiet. Well, not so quiet, me blabbing. Okay, so take a couple of cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through an open mouth. We'll just do a few rounds. And just notice your body resting on the floor. So now as you breathe in, feel the air coming in. And as you exhale, just notice the support of your body on the earth. Breathing in, notice the temperature of the air moving into the nostrils. And as you breathe out, letting go, enjoying the support of the beautiful earth, holding you, supporting you. When you feel ready, take your awareness to the left toe and imagine the breath as whatever you want to imagine it as, a swirl of light or energy or fluff. And as you're ready, your next breath in, allow the breath to move into the left side of the body, going all the way up the leg, torso, massaging the body as it comes in, pausing at the third eye, into the left nostril, pausing at the third eye. It'll go faster in a minute. Get rid of what you don't need, bring in what you do, and then exhale down the right side of the body, just inviting that full massage, awareness of the right inner landscape of the body. And then inhale through the right, into the right nostril. Pause at the mind's eye, release what you don't need, and then exhale all that fresh prana through the left side of your body, out the left toe. Inhale through the left side of the body into the left nostril. Feel the coolness of the air into the left nostril. Pause at the mind's eye, release what you don't need, and exhale down the right side of the body. Feel the warmth of the air coming out the right nostril all the way down the right side of the body, massaging those tissues. Inhale through the right. Pause. Exhale out the left. Inhale through the left. Pause at the mind's eye. Exhale down the right. Inhale up through the right. Pause at the mind's eye. Exhale down the left. Continue with this breath if you choose, or just come back to your normal natural breath. Take a moment to notice how your body feels. And settle into your Shavasana. Again, coming back into this space. You can breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Conscious awareness of the breath. Begin awakening to this physical space as you begin wiggling fingers and wiggling toes. Gently turning your head side to side. Circling the wrists, circling the ankles. Just taking a little snapshot of how your body feels after your practice. Bend your knees, rocking your knees side to side. Roll over onto your favorite side. Pause there for a moment and just give yourself a little gratitude for doing something nice for you today. Self-care is such a necessity, not a luxury. It's something you have to do. And press your hands into the earth. Come to a seat that's comfy for you. And bring the hands to the heart space. Just take another lovely breath in. Interlace your hands. Just reach the arms up overhead. One more full breath in. Hands back to the heart with an exhale.
And know that all the light and love in my heart honors the same light and love in all of yours. And bow your head to honor your practice. And then blink your eyes open and greet your Sangha with Namaste. Namaste, everybody.